So Google just announced vertical video for Veo 3 and also new pricing and new configurations. So for example, you can create now these kinds of video.
Veo 3 is now like 50% cheaper and higher quality.
Yes, so you can create easily that. And you see the prices. So for Veo 3, now it's $0.4 per second, and it was $0.75 per second. And Veo 3 Fast, 15 cents, and it was 40 cents per second. So this is pretty good. And then we have also, as mentioned, vertical video and 1080p support. So pretty good. So let's see this example also. Nice. So basically kind of a Veo 3 can now completely exchange your phone because it can do these kinds of videos, vertical videos. So I tried a couple of things. So first I created this standard 16:9 video with this interesting prompt that I think I found on Artlist somewhere. So close up on the face of a Viking warrior lit by natural daylight and some other things. So let me show what is happening here.
So now we can do whatever we want?
So you see the prompt, starting normally he gazes forward with an intense look. Behind him, a rugged coastline, cinematic, powerful, and a deep, resonant, commanding voice. He says, so now we can do whatever we want. And then the funny part, the army behind him roars and lifts inflatable pool mattresses and giant colorful swim rings. Pretty good. So then I wanted to use this same prompt for the 9:16 video. So let's see how does that look like. Perhaps this is not the best example, but I wanted to try only a couple of things because I'm paying from my own pocket for all of those generations.
So now we can do whatever we want?
Yes. Pretty good, but now at the end he has struggled standing up and smiling to the camera, which was the prompt, as you see here. But nonetheless, it's pretty good. Just remember, whenever, if you're using this in the Vertex Studio in Google Cloud, whenever you generate a new media, click on Generate New Media, and then when you choose Veo, and for example, always be aware that standard will be 69 and 4 videos by default, which will cost you a lot of money. So all the time this is default. Just remember to check back to 1. And then, for example, this. And this will same happen, for example, if you upload an image. So, for example, I have this image here. Then it changed by default to the Veo 2 and not Veo 3. And that made me do a couple of mistakes, which again cost me money. This is a nice example when it will be enabled for the Veo 3, starting and ending frame. Perhaps it is, perhaps I have some bugs here on my environment. But for example, I created this, and previously I created this from the Gemini Google Nano Banana. So you can then create a prompt to disassemble or assemble all of this from these parts. I will show you later how I created those in Google Nano Banana. So then, as I mentioned, I made a couple of mistakes. So for example, now I here created 4 videos on Veo 3. I wanted to have 9:16 resolution, or had 16:9, but with actually here cut it down to the 9:16 because that was in the prompt. But when you go in the full screen, this is the actually 16:9 video. Let's look at this.
So now we can do whatever we want.
Nice smile. So let's also look at this. This one looks nice. Very mad and very realistic and good.
So now we can do whatever we want?
Oh, I like this one. Yeah. Okay, so then I wanted to also show you one additional example. Here I also made a mistake because Google returned me to the Veo 2 model. So what I wanted to do is make me fly. So first what I did is in Google Nano Banana, I uploaded an image of myself. And then I said, change the background standing to the edge of a very tall skyscraper in the middle of a South Korean metropolis. He wears a plain back hoodie, jeans, cream baseball cap, and many other things. And here is the image. Basically, you can use this prompt for your own images, just ask me. I will put it down in the comments down below. And you get this fine looking image of yourself standing on the edge of the tall building. So based on that, you can then create nice VO3 videos. This one is not very of good quality because it is VO2 by accident. But still, it's good to remember the ancient technologies just a month or two ago. And then, as mentioned, I will explain also the vampire part that I showed. So for example, how to create that. So in a Google Nano Banana, you can prompt the following: 8-panel grid layout. Panel 1, then describe what is in panel 1. Panel 2, describe, then panel 3, you get the picture. After that, you will get this image generated by the Google Nano Banana, which is pretty good. Then you can say, remove the grid lines and compose those elements into a dark romantic scene. Show the pale mysterious woman in the hooded black coat. All the things. I can share that easily. And then we get this here. And then if you return to the Google VO, you can then create, for example, assemble and disassemble videos. I didn't have credits to use all of that. I just created a standard cinematic video from this one, which is not anything specific, but okay. Yeah, so VO3 is great, VO3 is powerful, VO3 now supports vertical videos and also 1080p resolution, which is pretty nice. And the pricing, as mentioned, is now reduced by half, sometimes even more, depending on the model you are using. So yeah, pretty good job from Google. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye.